Hi, welcome to Social Media Platform How-To for Librarians. This session is on Instagram. This is the second to last session. The next session will be on YouTube. So watch out for that one on Thursday of this week. So like a lot of the other social media platforms we've gone over in this series, we're going to start with basic features and target audience. A couple of notes on requirements here. You need a computer connected to the internet with a web browser to manage messages and content. It's something to note about Instagram, though. It was started as a mobile app and was always meant to be a mobile app. So you will need a mobile device with a camera and the Instagram app downloaded, preferably on a smartphone, to access all of the features and do all of the things that you can do with Instagram. Keep in mind that Instagram is not designed to have multiple administrators. So although Instagram is owned by Facebook, which we'll kind of go over in the presentation, it is not designed to have multiple administrators, although you can link your library's Facebook page to Instagram. So a short history and audience demographics for the platform. It was launched in 2010, first for the iPhone operating system. And it stayed on that system for a good part of the first year. It was acquired, Facebook acquired Instagram in April of 2012, and at that point it still did not have a way that you could access it through a web browser. It was only through the app. A feature-limited website came out in 2012, and we'll look at both sides today, but I don't think they've made a lot of additions or improvements to the web access since 2012. Although it allows comments and captions, it's primarily a visual medium, and so in this instance, it's kind of opposite from Twitter. Twitter is primarily a text-based medium, although you can add pictures. Instagram is primarily a picture-based or visual-based medium, although you can add captions and there's a comment section under each post. Instagram is famous or infamous for its photo editing options. And we'll get into that a little bit more. We won't be able to go through all of the photo editing capabilities and photo and video manipulation capabilities because there are a lot in Instagram, but we'll go over a few. The major competitors to Instagram are Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, and Twitter. If you're familiar with Snapchat, it is a picture messaging app where the pictures don't stay on your phone. They disappear as soon as you view them. TikTok is a short video sharing app, social media app. Its predecessors were like Vine, which is now no longer out there. Pinterest should be pretty apparent why it's a competitor. Twitter, you might not think is a competitor because one's text and one's visual, but they do have some similarities in how they operate, and they're kind of at the same level in popularity. According to the social media management platform Sprout Social, which we've looked at their statistics before, 63% of Instagram users access the app daily. There are slightly more females than males that use the app. The age group that uses Instagram the most are the 18 to 24-year-olds. This is not to say that adults don't use Instagram, but the majority of the users are in that age group, and the majority of the active users are in that age group. Something I found interesting, the United States has the most users globally, so that's unlike some other social media platforms that are more evenly distributed globally. United States has the most users globally, but followed by India, followed pretty closely by India for a number of users in the country. All right, the basic actions in Instagram are posting either edited or filtered or not photos with or without captions, and posting stories. This is the other major thing that you're doing. Stories can be photos, they can be boomerangs, which are short looping GIFs. They can be videos of 1 to 60 seconds in length, and there's other things that we'll kind of get into, we'll touch on later in the presentation. Note that Instagram uses hashtags in the same way as Twitter, so you can hashtag things, hashtag posts on Instagrams to help people find those posts later, although Twitter originated the hashtag. So setting up an account. What we're going to go through here is we're going to look at first the web interface, and then we will go back and look at the app interface. So for this, you can go to Instagram.com and you can log in with Facebook, and they really encourage you to do that. Since Facebook owns Instagram, the login process across the two platforms is seamless, and you save a lot of time by logging in with your Facebook. It imports a lot of information over from Facebook. But if you don't have an account on Facebook or you don't want to link it at this point, you can click sign up. You can fill in your information here on the second picture on the right. I used my work Gmail and our favorite fictional library from before, from Facebook, Bainville Library. And you click sign up. It'll ask you to add your birthday, to verify your age. Instagram does not allow users younger than 13, although there's no age verification. So you could lie about your age if you wanted, but if you enter an age younger than 13, it won't let you get an account. Once you have added your username and a valid email and verified the account by asking it to send a verification code, the first thing you'll see is suggestions for you of Instagrammers that you might want to follow. You can do this. You can also scroll to the bottom of the screen and click skip, which I did not include in the screenshot here. But you can also click follow, and I'll go back a screen. You notice those follow buttons next to Instagram accounts. You can also click on the round icon picture of those accounts and go to their account pages, go to their home pages, which is what I've done here with the New York Public Library account, because there's a couple of things I wanted to show you. Keep in mind, once again, I'll repeat, this is the web-based Instagram, and so there's a lot fewer features. So we're just going over shortly what we can do here. The two buttons I want you to notice on the web interface are the follow button. So if you click follow, then you're following that Instagram account. You will see posts from that Instagram account on your homepage, on your Instagram homepage. You can also click the little down caret arrow next to the follow button if you need to mute, unfollow, or report a user. And we'll get more into that when we talk about curating your Instagram account. I wanted to note also the Lawrence Public Library Instagram, because it's one of the Instagrams that's from Kansas. And also I wanted to note, if you want to go to your profile at any time on the web app, you look for your profile picture. At this point, I had not uploaded a profile picture. So in the upper right corner, I've circled the little head icon. That's what you click to go to your account. It's not your home screen, but your account page. So from the web app, you can continue setting up your Instagram account up to a point. So I went ahead and explored what all we could do up to this point. I clicked on, you could click on the head icon and upload a profile picture, which is what I did. You can also click on edit profile here, which I've circled, and you can enter more information, such as website or biography. You can add a phone number, which it really encourages you to add a phone number. And you can also get back to your home screen by clicking the little home icon. And the home screen on the web app looks like this. Your feed is down below, which at this point I had only followed Phoenix Public Library, New York Public Library, just to get started. You can, and I wanted to note one other thing on the web access before we jump over to the mobile access. If you need to respond to anybody's messages or see if people commented on your posts through the web app, you look for the little heart symbol in the upper right corner of the web page. But if you want to post anything, you need to access Instagram through the web, through the mobile app. So you'll need to download it. In this case, I've got a iPhone. It might look a little bit different on an Android device, but keep in mind that it should be generally the same. So this is the home page on, or the home screen on the mobile app. At this point, I had posted one picture, just a picture of a cover of a book I have around my house, just to play around with the picture and the other things that we can do. If you want to go to your account page, in the bottom right corner, you can click on your profile icon, round profile icon. And as we go through these next few screens, we're going to read them left to right. So starting on the left, if you will probably want to change your account to a professional account if it's for your library. So to do that, you go to your account page and you go to switch to professional account. You want to choose business instead of creator, although it says public figures under creator, which might throw some people. You want business because that way you can post things like your open hours or your library's website. It will give you a few things to learn. You can swipe through those few screens to learn, but you can also just press continue. From there, it'll ask you to choose a category of your business, and they do have library as a category, so go ahead and select that. Then it will ask you to connect your Facebook page. You can skip this if your library doesn't have a Facebook page, or if you don't want to connect a Facebook page at this point, which I did not. It also gives you the chance to create a new Facebook page if you don't have a Facebook page at all for your library, which I would not encourage you to do through the app as a business. I would encourage you to go ahead and set up your library Facebook page on Facebook. And if you press skip, like I did, it'll take you back to your account page, but you can see this time it's altered. So this time, mostly what I want you to notice is two options here. You have the option to go to promotions. And this is where you can go to boost your post, like on Facebook. This does cost some money. I've read some articles about libraries using Instagram, and the larger libraries that use Instagram and have a budget for publicity, a lot of those librarians say it's actually worth it to pay to promote your posts to your patrons. But that's certainly not a requirement. Just because you're a business page, you don't have to pay for promotion. The other thing we're going to look at is in the upper right, there are 3 bars there. When you click on those 3 bars, that will bring you to your settings and other menu. This is the other thing that's different about having a business Instagram account. It records and gives you statistics where it says insights. And it's a place to kind of see all the activity on your account. That's a little bit different than it is on a personal account. And there's other things that you can do on the business version of Instagram that I'm not going to get into because we have to keep this moving, but it's pretty easy to explore. So if you do have a library Instagram account, I would just encourage you to explore those options. So going back to the main homepage with your feed, I wanted to talk about, first of all, how to get back to this screen at any time. You're looking for the home button in the bottom left corner, which is where we are. If you want to post a photo, there are 2 different ways you can do it. You can go to the upper left corner of your mobile app screen and click on the little icon that looks like a camera, or you can go to the bottom center and click on the icon that looks like a plus inside of a rounded square. So first we're going to look at what you can do by going to the camera icon, and they are slightly different. The difference with going to the plus icon is that you can upload photographs and other media that you've already taken on and saved on your phone. The camera means that you're taking the picture live. So when you click on that camera icon, it brings up a screen that looks somewhat like this middle screen here, but you have filter options that you can swipe left or right. You can leave it plain and not add a filter, or you can add a live filter and see how it looks. To take the picture, you just click in that white circle. To exit out of taking a picture, you can click the X above the white circle. The other thing that you can do, which I did not have an interim screen to show you how to do it, is from here you can go live. There's a 60-second limit on videos that you take, but you just press and hold down to start a video rather than take a picture. And in this instance, that is very similar to Snapchat if you use Snapchat. You can take a live video with no filter, like I have an example of in this screen on the right, or you can take a live video with a filter applied, like is shown in the middle screen. Also, so before we were on the normal screen. To do a boomerang, you've got to swipe over to the left until it says boomerang. And from here, you press and hold down the picture, and you've got about 3 seconds. It takes a series of rapid pictures and then stitches them together into a GIF. You can post this to your story. You can send it to your Instagram friends, or you can send it in a direct message. For your library, for your library account, you're probably going to want to post it to your story. That's picture, video, and boomerang. Next, I'm going to talk about the create button. So before we went one way to boomerang, we're going to go the other way to create. So under create, there's a lot of different options. I'm only looking at 2 here, but I would encourage you to explore them. So the first one you'll see is a tap to type. It's a way to create a text-based message on a visual-based medium, if that makes sense. So you can type whatever message you want to put in there. It gives you options to change the color of the background. If you swipe over, one of the options under create is poll. So this would be useful for libraries. You can ask a question and it says yes or no. There's also a question feature I would encourage you to explore as well. And the last thing I wanted to go to under the camera menu rather than the plus menu is how to go live, because this is something you hear about all the time. So if you swipe all the way over at the bottom to live, it gives you this icon. And to go live, you have to press and hold down, you have to press the button to start to go live. The difference between recording a video and going live, obviously, is it's a live video broadcasting to Instagram, and your followers can interact with you through chat. And that chat will appear in the screen, in the corner of the screen, and scroll up to about the third of the way up point before it fades off. And in the middle picture where it says we're telling your followers that you started a live video, that's where the comment stream would start. In the upper right corner is the end button when you want to end your live video. And you know you're live when it says live at the top. Once you end your live video, you have the choice to either share it to your story, so that saves it, people can watch it later, or at least can watch it for the next 24 hours, or you can delete the video. There's 2 options there. So if you wanted to go live, but you don't want the recording to exist after, after the live session has ended, you can choose to delete the video. So that was the camera icon. We're going to go to the plus icon here. With the plus icon, you see in the middle screen at the bottom, it says library, photo, or video. So here you have the option to take a photo right then or a video right then and apply filters, or if you click on library, it'll go to your mobile device's photo album and you can choose a photo from there. In this case, I went ahead and took a live picture because I just want to really quickly brush through the filter options. In this case, I'm choosing a filter option. I don't remember the name of that filter, but you can see there's a difference between the middle screenshot and the far right screenshot. So you can see with a filter applied. And Instagram users are used to this, so play with it, have fun with it. You can also, besides applying a filter, you can edit the photo, and there's a lot of different options. You can crop it, you can flip it all around, you can change colors. I applied a vignette shadow in the corners and changed the focus with a tilt shift so it really focuses in on the title of the book and makes the edges fuzzy. Once you have your picture edited to your desire, you click next, and this is where you can add a caption. You can tag certain people. You can add a location. So maybe you want to add the location of your library. And you can choose what account to post to. Since I have a personal Instagram account myself, I am still logged in on my phone with that Instagram account. And it also, my personal Instagram account is attached to my personal Facebook account. So you see the buttons there to post to other mediums from Instagram. So I think that's a really smart thing that Instagram has done, is try to make it a little bit more seamless for you to use Instagram to post to more than one social media platform. But you can toggle those buttons if you've got your Facebook connected or your Twitter connected to post to those as well. And it has Tumblr. I don't use Tumblr myself, so it's not included there. All right, so that was a really quick drive-by of the Instagram app. And if you have any questions, if you decide to set one up for your library and have any questions about setup, please let us know. We'll be happy to talk you through it on the phone, or do a video call, or hopefully soon come out and see you. So we're going to talk about what to post. So things to post. Book promos in a photo or video format. Remember, videos have to be under 60 seconds, but I think if you could do a book talk in under 60 seconds, that's a great advertisement for a book. You could do program promotion. Most of the advice that I've seen is discouraging about posting a poster, just taking a picture of a poster that you have for your program. Rather, they encourage you to take a photo of maybe when you've done the program previously, but some kind of interesting photo, and then put very little text on the photo to promote your program that way. You can make book quotes. You can make a picture of a quote using another app, and there's lots of apps out there. You can do polls, quizzes, and questions like I went over. You can also pay attention to trends. So here's a few trends that have happened on Instagram that libraries have taken part in the past. So shelfies, where you take a picture of your bookshelf, standing in front of your bookshelf. Librarian style was a popular Instagram hashtag for a while, where librarians were showing off their style, their clothing. And book face, I think, is still popular. If you can find a book that you can make part of the picture, that's what book face is, whether it's part of a face and you're holding it up so it looks like you're completing that face. That's kind of what it is. I put a lot more suggestions or links to places with suggestions on what to post in the further reading section of this presentation, so definitely check those out. So how to build and interact with your audience. Link your library Facebook and Instagram account if possible. Your Facebook followers can more easily find you that way, because the two are linked. If they follow your Facebook page and they're on Instagram, Instagram will suggest to them that you might want to follow the library Instagram account. Put the Instagram button on your website. Please contact SEK if you have questions on how to do that. You can add something like follow us on Instagram on posters along with the Instagram icon. When considering content or posts, keep in mind that Instagram has a slightly younger audience, and that's a two-way street. So libraries are pretty good at posting family-friendly content, but keep in mind that Instagram can be a great way to advertise to your teen group. Consider allowing an Instagram takeover by one of your patrons. And I will suggest this with a lot of caution, because what you're doing is turning over your Instagram account to someone who is not a library employee. But this can be a great way to get a new perspective published out through your Instagram account. And it's a great way to get whoever's doing the Instagram takeover to get their followers to know about and follow the library's Instagram account. Also, I noticed in my research, Instagram story posts are more likely to engage your followers. Story posts disappear after 24 hours, which I don't think I mentioned before. I meant to. So story posts disappear after 24 hours, but story posts are faster and easier for patrons to find because they're posted at the top of the Instagram homepage feed. Your profile icon is posted, or the picture of your latest Instagram story posts and patrons or followers can click on that and watch through your story posts that had been posted in the last 24 hours. So keep in mind, like with the other social media platforms, it's both social and media. So do engage, like, comment, and repost, especially repost your patrons or followers' content. Reposting their content will notify their followers that so-and-so library has reposted their person that they're following's content. So it's a way to get your account in front of their faces. Use hashtags, but use them sparingly. But go ahead and tag them. Maybe you want to tag them with library. Maybe if it's a knitting library program, knitting night that you're posting about, you can hashtag knitting club or something like that. And remember to curate your online space. So you'll want to mediate the comments and know how to unfollow, mute, and report other accounts, which we kind of talked about where that button is. So here's some resources and further reading. Yes, I have posted a Wikipedia article, but it's pretty comprehensive. So the Good Old Peace Library System has a good series of social media instructional booklets, papers, I don't know what to call them, guides, but they are all about 4 years old. Still worth a look, but slightly outdated. I would note, if you're going to look at any of them, I found the Get Your Instagram in Shape for the New Year post by Super Library Marketing to be really helpful. And also, I would look at the YALSA blog post. It was also pretty accessible. So with that, we're going to go to Q&A and wrap up. The end screen picture here is from an Instagram user called Snide Octopus. He or she is a librarian in the UK whose Instagram account is only used to post pictures of spine labels with titles and snarky comments about that title. I kind of scrolled through his or her account and found it pretty amusing, although I will caution you, there is some language, so it's not for younger eyes.